ladies and gentlemen. Get ready for 3 rounds of action in the lightweight division, but this one is going to involve full rules Muay Thai. Fighting out of the red corner, he's wearing the orange trunks and weighing in at 128.5 pounds. He trains with Rami Elite with a record of 7 wins, 5 losses. From Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Luis, the Ecuadorian warrior, Guaillas! And fighting out of the blue corner, he's wearing the white trunks and also weighing in at 128.5 pounds. Representing Church Street Boxing Gym with a record of 3 wins, 3 losses. Give a warm welcome to Queen's own Oliver the Savage Geneo.
Okay, boys, we went over the rules in the locker room. Are there any questions from the red corner? Any questions from the blue? Touch gloves, you want to touch gloves? Let's come out fighting.
Friday Night Fights brought to you by Mohegan Sun Resort and Casino rolls on our season premiere of season number 20, coming to you from the Broad Street Ballroom in Lower Manhattan. Ariel Agami, along with a special guest to the broadcast booth, the head coach of the 5 Points Academy in Lower Manhattan, Steve Millis joins us, former Muay Thai fighter, pro Muay Thai fighter in his own right. We're very glad that he is joining us for this bout between Oliver Geneo and Luis Guaillas.
I'm really glad to be here. This should be a really exciting bout. They had a great fight last time, and it was a split decision. So we'll see what happens this time around.
Geneo and Guaillas fought in December on our last Friday Night Fights Muay Thai card, and it was Guaillas coming away with the victory by decision. So Geneo looking for some revenge. Now the only difference this time, we are in a full rules Muay Thai affair. Last time out it was glory rules, so elbows were not a factor. Among other things, of course. Geneo and Guaillas trading blows here in round number 1. Guaillas in the orange and black trunks fighting out of Rami Elite. Geneo in the red and white trunks representing Church Street Boxing Gym and Jason Strout.
Both fighters with really excellent trainers should have a full arsenal of tools to use.
Geneo comes in with a record of 3-3. Guaillas from Philly by way of Ecuador comes in at 7-5. Round 1 of a scheduled 3. Geneo 24 years of age, Guaillas at 33. Geneo has the height advantage at 5'7". Guaillas is 5'4".
Surprised Geneo isn't using his height advantage more. He's not really using the reach. He's letting Guaillas come inside a little too easily, I think.
Spinning back elbow try by Guaillas, partially blocked by Geneo. Under 10 seconds in round number 1. And there's the bell as Geneo misses over a ducking Luis Guaillas. Now, Steve Millis, seasoned Muay Thai fighter and coach, from a glory rules match the last time out into a full rules affair this time around between Geneo and Luis Guaillas. Obviously elbows are involved, but how does it change an overall strategy of a fighter to have the rules altered like this between bouts?
So when you allow the elbows, it's going to change the clinch a lot. You got to stay closer, pay attention to the elbow in the clinch. I don't think it'll be that much of a factor for either of these fighters, though. Both their coaches are really familiar with Muay Thai. I'm sure they're well-rounded fighters, and they'll just both be able to adapt to the change.
Rami Ibrahim in the face of Luis Guaillas here. Rami just got off a plane on Thursday, coming back from Thailand, where he was doing some coaching and training. Came to the weigh-in, and now he's in the corner of his fighters on Friday Night Fights. Meanwhile, Oliver Geneo, representing Church Street Boxing Gym. Chris Kwiatkowski and Jason Strout, among others. Round 2 underway. Guaillas trying to duck under and get inside on Geneo, the taller fighter. Geneo tries the leg kick, but he pays for it as Guaillas lands a right hand.
He's really trying to land that hook. Geneo is. Just try and set it up a little more. Oy.
So now whiffs on the spinning back kick, ends up getting back into position. Did get a like a short uppercut in there on Guaillas. Guaillas, known as the Ecuadorian warrior, Geneo carries the moniker of the Savage, which he says, ironically, his grandmother gave to him. Affectionately, of course. Guaillas fires a combination up top.
And at this point, Guaillas seems to be landing the harder shot and putting together more combinations.
Guaillas again in the orange and black trunks, Geneo in the red and white. Nice tee from Luis. Past the halfway mark of round number 2. Ariel Agami with Steve Millis ringside at the Broad Street Ballroom in Lower Manhattan. Season number 20 of Friday Night Fights Muay Thai debuting, and it's been all action thus far tonight. Rami Ibrahim screaming at his fighter, Luis Guaillas, to get inside and go. Put the pedal to the metal on Geneo.
I think Geneo might have actually hurt him with that elbow in the corner. It slowed Guaillas down a lot.
Again, this fight a rematch. These two locked up in December, with Guaillas coming away with a hard-fought split decision victory, as Guaillas and Geneo wrestle themselves to the mat, with round 2 coming to a close. So now, what do you do here as a coach, Steve? Close fight thus far, still up for grabs. Both fighters in decent position. Nobody's landed a really monster blow yet. So how are you gearing a fighter up for the final round of a fight?
So at this point, it is pretty much up for grabs. So they're both going to have to push it because neither one can really sit back. I expect that Jason's telling Geneo to try and use his reach a little more and land from outside and not mix it up so much. And Rami's probably challenging Guaillas to try and get in close.
Guaillas just 5'4". Geneo, who you see right there, 5'7", so he does have the height and reach advantage. The Savage trying to score a victory and get back into the win column here on Friday Night Fights. Guaillas looking for a second straight victory over this very opponent. This is Friday Night Fights Muay Thai brought to you by Mohegan Sun Resort and Casino. Round 3 between Guaillas and Geneo is underway.
And they're both coming out hard.
Combination by Geneo. Nice leg kick by Geneo, but Guaillas able to deliver a right hand in the midst of it. Geneo got caught with that teep a little bit out in no man's land. Guaillas caught it and fired back. Haven't seen a lot of elbow work there. As Steve mentioned earlier, got to watch out for those elbows in the clinch. Looked like that was what Guaillas was going for right there.
Yeah. Neither one of them is really making full use of that tool, though. This is probably only the second elbow in the bout.
Again, last time these two fighters locked up 2 months ago, it was a Glory Rules match. Now we're under full rules here. Jamie Crowder, the referee.
Cleaning up some hanging tape on the pad.
So now sent to a neutral corner, so both fighters getting a breather here before we resume the action in round 3. Now we are back underway. There's an over-the-top elbow from Geneo. Guaillas tries to answer with one of his own. And Guaillas had Geneo turned around there for a moment. Now the two fighters lock up again. Jamie Crowder will get in there and break them up. This is round 3 of a Schedule 3 full rules Muay Thai. Geneo and Guaillas in a rematch. Geneo tries the body kick, but Guaillas smothers him and ends up going to the canvas on top of Geneo.
Yeah, both of them feeling a little tired at this point, I think.
Heavy limbs from both men at this point. Good
That
right
was
hand by
Excellent
Guaillas.
shot. Yeah, Guaillas is starting to put it together.
Another combination, another big right hand by the Ecuadorian warrior. Final 10 seconds of the fight. Guaillas with a body lock now on Geneo, is trying to stick at an elbow. But the bell will sound, and that's your fight. Oliver Geneo and Luis Guaillas go the distance for the second straight time and leave it up to the judges once again.
That was a crowd pleaser. That was entertaining and energetic.
How difficult is it, Steve? You've been in the ring many times. As a fight wears on and you know it's close, but your body, you know what's going on in your mind, but your body, you get to the point where your body just is not responding the way you want it to, and you can feel the heaviness of your limbs and just not connecting the way you want to be connecting?
That does happen. It usually happens if you haven't trained properly and you're just wearing yourself out, or if you've had an opponent that's just taken out of you with a lot of body work. But yeah, sure, that happens, and it's no fun.
So Oliver Geneo taking off the pads in the corner right now. Could he have scored a victory here to set up a possible trilogy with Luis Guaillas, or will the Ecuadorian warrior come away with the win once again? We wait the official decision here. This is Friday Night Fights, brought to you by Mohegan Sun Resort and Casino, as well as Lucky Strike, Budweiser, the Brooklyn Athletic Club, Fairtex, the Tourism Authority of Thailand, Fitness NYC, and the Scratch Academy. Ariel Agami with Steve Millis ringside at the Broad Street Ballroom as we await the official decision. Geneo and Guaillas. Here's Connor Hall.
All right, after 3 rounds of action, we do have a winner by majority decision. Judge A sees this 29-28 for the blue corner. Judge B sees this 28-29 for the red corner. 29-28 in favor of Oliver the Savage Geneo.
Well, Steve Millis, what do you think about that? It's Oliver Geneo coming away with the majority decision win, the same way he lost to Guaillas back in December. He turns the tables and scores a victory of his own.
It was a close fight. It was a close fight. It was a good effort by both fighters. I don't know if I would have scored it that way, but it was a great fight.
So Geneo gets the best of Guaillas, and perhaps we'll see these two duel one more time down the road. Steve Millis, thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, it was a pleasure. Thank you.
You are listening to Friday Night Fights Muay Thai, brought to you by Mohegan Sun Resort and Casino.